Evening, gang. All right, and welcome to tonight's little chat show. It's Sunday, the 17th of May, 2026, and we're coming live from the Caravan, which we have not done for this show. I think I can't remember. It's months. It's quite a few months since we've done one from up here because I've been doing stuff all the bleeding time. But here we are tonight, and it'll be a pleasure to spend a little bit of time with you this afternoon, gang. We're still on the same text number at the moment. I have been getting a new text number ready, which kind of works via this brand new, this Samsung Galaxy Android phone, which Matt Martins in Canada is very impressed that I'm trying to get to grips with this. And I think I've done it now. It's now set up. The phone has to be set up on each different computer that I use. So the laptop for the karaoke, my home for this show and the radio show, and the Caravan for this show and the radio show. And that has to be connected to the computer, which I have now done. And I sent him a little message last night because I'd set it up on two computers and set up on the third. And I was saying to him, does it work with them all at the same time? Because I don't know how that would work. And he said, no. What happens is that you get a little message up saying, do you want to use this computer? So in here, I have two computers. So I set it up on one, set it up on the other. And certainly, when I set it up on the other, it said, do you want to use this computer? And you click yes, and it goes off on the original one. Yeah? And then when you go back to the original one, do you want to use this one? Click yes, it goes off on that one. And that's all working very well. But there's a small but. I think it would have worked perfectly tonight, to be honest. But where you send in, those of you that use the text in number, which is up there, can only use that if you're in the UK, all right? That text number up there. Where you send your text in over a period of time, years, I've added your name to your number. So when I look, instead of seeing your number, I just see your names, right? Okay? And it makes it a lot easier. Now, once I change to the new system, all those names become numbers again. Do you know what I mean? So I have to change them all as we go along. And I thought I won't do that tonight. I'll do that on the radio show because it doesn't have so many, or at least I don't think it does, because we don't really know the numbers. I don't think we have so many people listening to the radio show as we do watching this. So I thought I'd start off with that tomorrow morning, maybe, with the new number, and we'll see how it goes. It's not that I've cancelled the old one, not yet. We'll make sure everything works first before we start mucking around with stuff like that. You know what I mean? Anyway, I hope you're well. It's a lovely Sunday here. We've had some nice sun out there. I'm up here in Lincolnshire at the Chapel Hill Marina, at the luxury waterside marina, i.e. the rusty old Caravan. Well, very small leak. Very, very, very small leak. I think it's a really low level leak. Not like if it pours down with rain, might be a bit of a drip, but it's enough to have made the very corner of the floor in my bedroom a little bit soggy and rotten. Quite a small area, to be honest. So my nephew, I think, is coming over on Thursday to do something on the roof. He thinks, because it's an old Caravan, the way they joined here's one for the blokes here. Oh, they'd be so pleased. Because I just concentrate on you girls. You know that, don't you? You know, the blokes, they just honestly, they get on my nerves a little bit. I can't lie to you, right? But they will be going on about their cars and football all the time. Oh dear, don't we, girls? We sit there, don't we? Oh yeah, and you can get this nut on eBay, and we're like, oh God, what is he going on about now? Aren't we? We're a bit like that, aren't we, ladies? But they will like this part of it because Gary said, where it's a very old Caravan, the way they used to join the roof and the side together would be to fold over the metal. He reckons there's no, welding or anything like that. And over a period of time, and this is very old, we'd be talking over 30 years, metal, and even I could understand this, ladies. I couldn't believe it. As the metal contracts and expands over time, you can get a little bit of a gap. And he reckons that's where the water's coming in. Although I have checked it since I was here last time, where the floor is, I pulled back the carpet to allow it to dry out a bit, and it's not wet or damp in any way, shape or form. In fact, I put one, I've got one in here, I don't know if I've got one in here, I don't think I have. No, I put one of those dehumidifier plastic things with the salts in it. I put that in the corner where the damp was, and there's no water in that at all. So, excuse me a minute. So I honestly don't think it's coming in at all. But, you know, it has to be fixed, and he'd probably want to cut a little bit out of the floor and do that. All right. So once again, gang, if you want to join in tonight, there's a text number up there. 07451 287 337 is my text number. 07451 287 337. Or if you can't send a text, send an email. And my email address is chris@chrisreardon.co.uk. chris@chrisreardon.co.uk. All right, Matt Martins is there. And as I mentioned, he's there. Look, great. In Canada. Yes, I know. Winnipeg in Canada. I love that word. Winnipeg. And I have, if everything goes to plan and everything else, I am hoping to visit Canada maybe next year. Not this year, because when I did the travel insurance, it's got different rates, and the one I signed up for was all of the world except America and Canada. Okay, so I could add it on at the end of the, if I wanted to, or I could just run with what I've got and then add it on next year, which I think is what I want to do. So I didn't add that on, so I can't include, unless of course I take the risk. Take the risk of, maybe I'll be there on. I'm a very athletic person, aren't I? Let's be honest. I could be, for example, skiing, at speed down some mountain. I don't know what the names of the mountains are in Canada, or somewhere like that, or going white water rafting, is it called? And it can go swimming with sharks, anything like that, because that's the sort of thing I do. I live dangerously, boys and girls. I learned to live dangerously when I was living with my sister. A very dangerous person, boys and girls. She's very dangerous. She'd get very violent, my sister. Don't tell her I told you this. She doesn't watch this, Don't. She's a very, very violent person. Oh, I get scared sometimes, Sometimes I open a door, and I don't dare knock loudly. Because, why are you knocking so loudly? Why are you knocking so loudly? Yeah, she's like that, Just gentle knock. Right. And that's all you need, because the dogs go mad then. And the door opens, and there she says, "Oh, it's you," and then just walks away. She's a very, very violent person. And if you upset her, she starts throwing things at you. Have you not seen all the broken crockery in her kitchen on the Butler's Empire channel? Shocking state of affairs, really. I thought she was Greek at one point. The way she was chucking plates at me once. But there we are, very, very violent person, my sister. Be very careful. Anyway, Matt, can we go back to Matt? So I do hope to visit Canada at some point next year. And absolutely, will I have to mark in a little trip to Winnipeg. I don't know how you do a Canada holiday, whether you go to a hotel for 2 weeks and go places there, or 1 week, whatever. I tend to go 1 week usually, 8 days on a holiday. 2 weeks I find a little bit long. But anyway, we'll see. So I'm not sure how to do a Canada holiday. Do you go to one place and then travel everywhere from there? Or do you go there for a couple of days, there for a couple of days, there for a couple of days? I have done that before in Australia. Because all my family are in, not all of them, a lot of my family emigrated to Australia many, many years ago. And some of them are now in their 60s, And I have visited them before, so I can do the travel from place to place, couple of days here, couple of days there. But honestly, it is a bit of a pain. Do you know what I mean? If you've done one of those holidays and you see some wonderful things. Except when I went to Australia, I did have a few wonderful things, but nowhere near as many as perhaps I should have, because I was visiting family. Do you know what I mean? If you go as a tourist, you'll probably go on and do the, I think it's called the Blue Mountains or something like that. And then you go and do this rainforest, and then you go and do this, and you go and do that. When you go and see family, you spend a couple of days there to see Tim and people. Then you go and see Vince, and then you go and see Auntie, and then you go and see Uncle. You know what I mean? So I think it would be very different. But yeah, Canada is on the cards. Anyway, let's read the email from Matt Martins. Jake and Emma. Emma's just had her birthday, haven't you, my love? And Jake has sent me something which I gather has now arrived at my sister's house. Okay? I have sent Jake just a little box, a tiny little box, Jake, of things. Not going to tell you what. Not going to tell you what. Okay? All right? I've sent him a little box of things over to Canada, and I checked the tracking on Saturday, I think it was, and it said it has now left to the UK, so it's on its way. It's on its way. I don't know if you know this, Jake, but all the postage from the UK to Canada, it goes by donkey. Yeah, there are donkeys at this moment working their way through Europe and other places to bring my little parcel to you. It's not very heavy. I wouldn't give a donkey a heavy parcel or a heavy person, come to that. You know, I walked towards some of these donkeys once at Skegness. They were running away from me. I'm so fat. It's terrible. Terrible. Please don't get on donkeys if you're more than 2 stone in weight. Oh, did you do stone and pounds? Oh, 2 stone, 28 pounds in weight. Don't do kilos. That's for the Europeans, dear. We're not European. We're British, dear. British. So donkeys are on their way to you at the moment. Okay? All right? Can I just say, if you're in a chat box, if you're in the YouTube chat box, you're trying to send me a message on there, I'm not in the chat box, okay? Just to let you know that, boys and girls. I forgot to tell you that at the beginning of the show. The reason being, it's too busy with people talking to each other. So if you want to send me a message, either send it on the text if you're here in the UK, 07451 287 337. Put your name in there as well so I know where you are, who you are, and maybe where you are. Say, I don't know, John in Reading, whatever, you know what I mean? Or you can send an email, chris@chrisreardon.co.uk, and I'll pick you up from there. All right? Anyway, Matt says, all 3 of us are watching live, and as always, looking forward to a wonderful show. I shall do my... Just a minute. I thought I could hit a click clock in. It's not one of the donkeys going... No, it would have gone further than here now. No, and they can swim, incidentally, if you were worried about that, Jake. You know, donkeys can actually swim. You know, so if the parcel arrives, cardboard's a little bit soggy, I'm sorry about that. You know, that'd be the North Sea or the ocean or whatever it is that's in between me and you. They're very strong swim. I couldn't do that swim. Donkeys are very, very strong swimmers. Oh, loads of them. They leave the UK every day. Hundreds of donkeys with little parcels on their back, taking them over to Canada. Yes. We got it all here. Don't you worry about that. The only thing we haven't got is the Eurovision. More of that later. Matt says, sending lots of love to all the viewers today. Hope everyone has a wonderful weekend and wishing you a great evening ahead. Matt says, he says, we are all very pleased and shouted with excitement to hear that you love the name of our city, Winnipeg. I've known a couple of people called Winnie, not Winnipeg. Winnipeg sounds like perhaps someone with one normal leg and a wooden one, doesn't it? I'm Winnie the Peg, diddle-diddle-diddle-um, with an extra leg, diddle-diddle-diddle-um. I think that's a song or something about someone, a lady named Winnie, with a peg for a leg. Peg leg, yeah. We wanted to issue a fun fact to you in the name of our city. Winnie the Pooh has his name based on our city, Winnie, in Winnipeg. Did you know that? Did you know that? Thank you, Matt. And I have to tell you, great news for you, because next week's videos have already been done. We are way ahead. We're prepared. Cubs, do your best. We will be prepared. Yes, we're all prepared. 2 shows are already in the can for Tuesday and Thursday next week, and they both come from London Zoo. And I was going to save that till the end of the show to tell you that, but I'm telling you that now because you will see in, I think possibly the second show, which will be on Thursday, you will see a statue of Winnie the Pooh, and there's a little bit of a story there as well when I go to London Zoo. Oh, it's excuse me. Oh, I beg your pardon. I'm sorry about that. I did that on the questions and answers show yesterday, didn't I? Sorry. I went to London Zoo with my very good friend Posh Twink Carl, who it turns out is very, very knowledgeable. He did zoology at university because he likes animals and all that. Although I was very disappointed he didn't take me in to see the tigers. He said that they might eat me. And I said, well, I don't mind that, but I do have a show to do on Sunday, so I better not go in there. When we were walking around, we come across a statue of Winnie the Pooh. Isn't that funny how you mentioned him? Eh? Anyway, hello to you all there. Okay, Tara's there. She's in Australia. Evening, Tara. Love the background. Are you sure you haven't lost weight? You're looking much thinner in the face and neck. Honestly, I don't think so. I honestly don't think so. I weighed myself 13 stone 8 I am. I don't know why weight's coming off. That don't really make sense to me. But maybe I'll weigh myself again. My mate says, oh, well, muscle weighs less than... Oh, come on, I've got no muscle. We all know that. Right? Let's read some of your texts there. By the way, can you hold off sending another email until I've read an email? Because sometimes you get this long list, and by the time you come to it, there's all these random lines, and we've moved so far along in the show, it's sometimes not possible to get to you really quickly, all right? Stu and Sarah are there. Hello to Stu and Sarah. Thank you very much, Stu and Sarah. Mike Reese-Ponto there. Evening, Mike Reese-Ponto. Mr. Gary Ross is there. He sent me a little super chat last week. Not a super chat, a little tip last week, didn't you? Of £10. Thank you, Gary. Jet in Canterbury. Hello to Jet in Canterbury. Hello to you, my love. Patricia in Manchester is in the house. Mr. Mike T is there. Evening, Mike T. Welcome back, Chris. It's good to have you back in Lincolnshire. Thank you, Mike. And on yesterday's questions and comments and questions show, I was mentioning a cooker. I couldn't remember what the cooker was called that my sister gave me for Christmas, my sister and Martin from Butler's Empire, and it was an induction hob. And I'm kind of thinking I might get an induction hob for my house. I might get an induction hob for my house, so we'll see how that goes. Thank you, Mike, there. Jason Hughes is there. Good evening, Jason Hughes. Mr. Big G. Evening, Big G. Hello to you, sir. Good job you weren't at the karaoke last night, mate. What a disaster that was. There was no one there. All the gays are sitting at home watching the bleeding Eurovision. Waste of time that was. Although I quite like the song Bangarera from Bulgaria. Yeah, it was a good song. We did play that in the radio show, didn't we? And I said I quite liked it. I can't remember where it got to in the charts. Was it number 5? Number 5, number 4, something like that maybe? Thank you, Big G, and hello to you. Evening to Zoe. Good evening to Zoe Wheeler. She's had such a nightmare week. Reason why she's been absent in the mornings. Did not want to come in and seem like complaining all the time. I never ask my sister. You never hear me complain about anything. Never. Not in a million years. I bought her a present, actually. Do you want to see it? From London Zoo. Look, isn't that lovely? Look, London. She probably thinks she's going to get another bag. Not this time, mate. Not for London Zoo. I bought a couple of items in there, actually. I bought a couple of fridge magnets. This is her one. Look, isn't that lovely and colourful? Can we get closer? There we are. London Zoo. Is there a song about London Zoo? Look, there's my... I think that's probably my... I don't know, really. Is that my favourite? But very, very colourful. Not very dear. Also, while I was there, when we finished and we were coming out, because the weather wasn't very good, it poured down with rain again. And Carl says, why don't you buy an umbrella? And I was humming and ahhing. And he said, just go and buy an umbrella. I thought, all right, for the sake of 12 quid, I'll go and buy an umbrella. 12 quid, 25 quid. I nearly died. £25 for a bleeding umbrella. Do me a favour. What? 25 quid? For an umbrella? Yeah, all right, it had London Zoo written on the side and all that, but honestly, 25 quid. By the time you get to the till, because I hadn't looked at the price, I often don't. I just get to the till. There you go, mate. And I got my phone ready for tapping, phone ready. Okay, all right, he's doing this. It's £25 plus. Okay, right. £25 for a bleeding umbrella. Oh, dear. That's a lot of money, isn't it? Anyway, let's go back to the very complaining Zoe this week. She's constantly moaning. Zoe, moaning left, right and centre, aren't you, my love? She didn't want to seem like she was complaining all the time with what's going on at the moment. Although, no, should never feel that way, as you always cheer me up. Oh, thank you, Zoe. I've told you before, Zoe, I do have a very long tickling finger. Okay? And if you complain a little bit too much, I will come and tickle you. And I know that you've got very, very ticklish feet. Watch out, Zoe. Have you ever been... I wonder if anyone has actually been tickled to death. Is that a nice way to go? I don't know, really. Tickled... tickled to death. Oh, there's Posh Twin Carl there. There he is. Hello, Carl. Good evening, Chris. Got a busy schedule tomorrow at ZSL London Zoo. We are preparing a Guinness World Record. Oh, you did tell me what that was. What's your Guinness World Record, Carl? In fact, do you want to try the phone-in thing? I'm not sure how well it's going to work here because I was having a little bit of a internet issue earlier, as in not very fast. I don't want to put the number up yet until I've done all my messages, and then we go. Let's see if I can. Do you have the phone-in number, Carl? I didn't want to open it yet. Hang on a minute. Oh, actually, I can ring you. Are you available for a call, Carl? Text back and let me know if you are, because I can ring you. All right. Roy in the Thames television area. Good evening, Roy, who says the leak is due to old age. Yeah, you've got the same problem as my Caravan, haven't you, Roy? I noticed that on one of the chairs you were sitting in a pub the other night. It's okay, Roy. It's all right. As you get older, little bits and pieces happen to us. You know, bits fall off. We start looking thinner in the face. I'm wondering if that's what it is. Perhaps I'm looking thinner in the face there. I don't know. All right. Thank you, Roy, for your kind words there. Kevin in Edgeware's with us. Good evening, Kevin. Hello to you. We're all okay tonight. Thank you, Kevin. Thank you very much. Cosmic with us. Hello, Cosmic. Welcome. That's continental pads instead of incontinent pads. Is that what it is? Oh, hang on. There's another message. You see what I mean by sending two messages? It's the last one you sent that I see first. So only one at a time, please, my darlings. All right. Good evening, Chris. Hope you've had a good week. Chris, regarding the continentals, much more exotic. Think south of France or fancy cigarettes. Far better than staying incontinent, he says. That's continental pads instead of incontinental pads. Thank you very much, Cosmic. Who else have we got here? You haven't put your name there, so I don't know who you are. So if you want to text back, your number finishes number 85. It says, love your videos. I don't really comment on any videos as very shy. Keep up the great content. Oh, I'm a very shy person as well, actually. Very, very shy. Very introvert. Yeah, I'm not very outgoing at all. I like to keep myself to myself. I never comment in the presence of my sister, you know, in fear of having a knife or a plate thrown at me. It's very, very worrying. I don't really comment. Let me see. Just to let you know, the lemon drizzle cake is on offer at Sainsbury's where I work. Oh, one of my other friends works at Sainsbury's. Vera. From Vera's Choice in the Morning. She loves her. She absolutely loves her job there, Vera. Thank you very much, Mr. 85. All right. Hello from Blackpool. Trina in Blackpool. Hello, Trina. If you're ever this way, I'll show you around the good parts. Well, are there any? Are there any, Trina? I'm not sure there are any. I get some very, very bad reports about Blackpool. Not the bit where everyone walks, the bits down the side alleys. You know, I can often be seen walking up and down the side alleys, you know, hoping to meet someone. There you go. That's how it is, Trina. It's not like Amsterdam there, is it? You know, people sitting in windows waiting to be said hello to, shall we say. Trina. Let me see. Phil in Devon. Hello, Phil. Evening, Chris. I do enjoy these Sunday lives. It's becoming like listening to a wonderful old friend. Thanks for calling me old. Thank you. A wonderful old friend chatting away and entertaining me. By the way, the Quorn cottage pie looked delicious. It really was. It really was. Have a go yourself. Have a go yourself. And at the end of the day, you can probably substitute if you're not if you're a dead animal eater, as many of you are. My sister hates me saying that. Oh, why do you say that? Well, because it's a dead animal. Well, we call it meat. Well, I call it dead animal. I call it dead animal. You can probably substitute the corn for a piece of chopped up pieces of dead animals if you want to. Okay, I'm a meat eater, and strangely, I much prefer veggie sausages to meat ones, and that's from Phil in Devon. Oh, which ones do you have? There's you know, there's vegetarian sausages and there's vegetarian sausages, isn't there? I quite like the Richmond ones. You know, Richmond vegetarian sausages. They're all right. And old Linda McCartney, she does them. The plain ones, not the ones with rosemary and all that stuff going on there. All right. Thank you, Phil. Lynn from London's there. She's loving the new black drop. Thank you. Yeah, that's quite new, that one. Okay, that's new. And the flamingo. Yeah, the flamingo. Where's the flamingo? Oh, yeah, flamingo. There's a... Well, I don't dare tell you. I don't dare tell you where this came from. I shouldn't really. It might make you feel... Oh, perhaps I could sit him on my shoulder now. Look, there you go. Oh, at last, I've got a friend with me. At last. Hang on. There we are. Does he sit? Oh, he don't sit. Oh, sorry, love. He's not dead, is he? Hang on. Maybe I can put his legs around my neck like that, like a thing there. See, I could do children's television, couldn't I? You know, it's read out their little requests and things like that. There's not a name. Well, actually, should I? I don't know if I should tell you the story or not. Oh, all right then. So my nephew Gary, we was on a Haven holiday, okay, and there were these, what do you call them, like fun fair type things, you know, where you throw the hoop over a duck or something like that, right? And he threw this thing and won something, and he got this prize. He said, well, can't I have one of the flamingos? And no, it's not one of the prizes. Okay, right, fair enough. Anyway, so we went away. A little bit later, we had to walk past the same place where the bloke had gone home. And there were all the prizes. So he jumped over, put the prize in one back and grabbed one of those. It's not that anything was nicked, because it was replaced with the original prize. So don't say we were nicking stuff. Thank you very much. That's years ago. That's got to be about 5 years ago, that one. So that's the story with that, Lynn, in London. She is shocked I paid £25 for an umbrella. I am too, love. I am too. It's in the car. I'm frightened to put it down anywhere. I was terrified at losing that then. Because after the zoo, we went and had fish and chips. And then we went to an old place that I used to work, the Black Cap in Camden. And I was terrified of losing this £25 umbrella. Shocking hell. Shocking hell. I said shocking. Pay attention. Shocking hell. Shocking hell. Yeah. She says, wow, that's expensive. Yeah, it is £25 for an umbrella. Pfft. Anyway, Big G, I have to agree. There's something different about you. I nearly gave you a compliment, but I thought better of it. Is there? Oh, I don't know what it is. I mean, I've got plenty round my waist here. I don't know. Thank you, Big G. There's our lovely Dottie and Mablethorpe. Hello, darling. Little Dottie is there. Hope you're well. Why don't you add more water to your cup of tea when it's gone cold, when you can put it in the microwave? Yeah, I suppose I could do. Yeah, but are you talking about when we were doing the chat show, the comments and questions show yesterday? I could, but I'd have to get up from the chair and then go to the kitchen, muck around there, and then come back to you. There would be moments of silence. Do you like moments of silence? I do as well. I like moments of silence. I really do. Thank you very much, sir. There's our Zach. Hello, Zach. Now, I spoke to Zach. He was round my sister's house yesterday with, I think, his mum and dad. I didn't see his mum and dad, but he wanted to have a little chat on a FaceTime with me. So, hello to you, Zach, who says, nice talking to you and your sister. She hasn't got green teeth. I saw yesterday. No, she brushed them especially for you, actually, Zach. She don't usually brush her teeth. She's got a witch's outfit, my sister. Little hat and all that. She goes flying around on a broom. She does. Yeah, keep an eye out at night. You know, if you see little sparkles coming down, that'll be her. You know, shaking her head and all the dandruff's coming out. That's what it is. But she's usually got bright green teeth. But as you were coming round with your mum and dad, she gave them a good scrub, bleach and everything in her mouth, which I don't recommend you do. No, she likes to take risks. She can actually, what she rinses her mouth out with bleach. Like that she does. She's very careful not to swallow any of it. And then the teeth go white, you see. Don't do that at home, kids. Very dangerous. Only witches can do that and get away with it. If you're not a witch, I don't recommend you do it. And I'm sure you're not a witch, Zach. I like talking to you about cars. Yeah, I was talking to Zach about cars. He's 17. and he's at college at the moment, and he's learning to become a bricklayer, which is an excellent choice of jobs, to be honest. People are crying out for bricklayers, you know, those sort of technical type jobs, bricklaying, plumbing, electricians, because all these people at school, they're just so boring. They just want to do stuff on the internet. I've got Instagram followers. I'm very busy with I'm an influencer. I'm an influencer. Awful. They don't want to do any work with their hands. Who's going to fix my pipes? That's the question. Who's going to fix my pipes? Yeah, exactly. Shocking, isn't it? Eh? Anyway, Zach's going to become a bricklayer if he passes it. And I did say to him on the phone, you know, you might decide at some point that you don't want to do it, or maybe you won't get along with the work, and that's okay. You know, you can try something else, but give it a good go, Zach. And I'm sure you'll be all right. Yeah, if I want a house built in the future, I will come to you. I think I'll have to come to you and have you can start build. Well, you could start now, couldn't you? Really, send me a couple of bricks and tell me where to place them in the garden, and that will get us going and get a start, won't it? Thank you very much, Zach, and a pleasure to talk to you on the phone. Good luck at college, and make sure you do all your work and all that, and you'll get there. All right, good luck to you. Lovely to talk to you. Mark Bowles is there. Good evening, Mark. Hello to my lovely Mark Bowles. He's just took his little man back. Why was my comment not read out on Saturday's comment video? Oh, I don't know. Must have missed it, Mark. That does happen sometimes on the comments and questions show. I don't know which one it is. I think you sent a few, didn't you? Didn't you send a few? So what I'll do sometimes, if it's really busy with comments, I'll read out the really important one, what I consider to be the important ones. And they might not all get read out there, Mark. I can't remember what it is you haven't read out there. Thank you, Mark. Where did you go with your little boy today, by the way? He gets access to his little boy, I think, every other week, is it, Mark? Where did you go today with SJ? Beach? Is he in pubs yet? You're not taking him in pubs yet, are you? Play darts. Oh, you play darts, don't you? Another boring thing that blokes do, don't you think, ladies? But, you know, a pint of lager there, you know. I mean, I suppose I could come and watch you, I suppose. I don't know. Evening, Mark. There's Sparky. Sparky's joining us. It's very damp in Cornwall today, they say. Jet in Canterbury says people have died from tickling. Did you know that? They've died from tickling. When tickling itself isn't directly fateful, the physical stress of prolonged tickling can trigger death. Are you Googling everything I'm doing here? Jet, take it easy, girl. While tickling itself isn't directly fatal, the physical stress of prolonged tickling can trigger deadly psychological responses, such as asphyxiation, heart attacks, or strokes. Oh, I don't want to be tickled anymore after that. Very disappointing. Thank you, Jet. Roy in Thames, why don't Carl offer to use his staff discount for the umbrella? Better he could have nicked it for you. Well, I agree, but I forgot to ask him. He could have done, actually. We got 10% off our dinner anyway. I think it was 10% off the dinner or something like that. Now, Carl hasn't texted back, so I assume he's away now. He might be away now, and yeah, so we can't really talk to him on the phone. But don't worry, you can watch Carl and myself when we do a visit to London Zoo on Tuesday and Thursday's show next week on this channel at 6 o'clock. All right. Simon and Kelly are there. In Stevenage, they enjoyed the cottage pie vlog. Thank you, Simon and Kelly. And Shania joins us there from the Isle of Wight. Good evening to you, Shania. Hope you're well on this Sunday night. I wonder if we've got young Julie. Oh, hang on. What's going on here? Come on. Refresh. Why is that not refreshing? Nothing's working, dear. Nothing's working. Hang on. Oh, well, is that working? Is that refreshed? I don't want to start missing emails and that. Hang on. I don't know. Maybe I'll close it and open it again. Close it and open it again. Try that, Chris. That might work. Right, there we go. That's working now. Good. Is that all the messages? Oh, High Grade Gaming. Gosh, I haven't seen you for a while. Hello, High Grade Gaming. Last time you was here. Oh, actually, it was the last show last week, wasn't it? Yeah, I think it was here last Sunday. High Grade Gaming here, and Chelsea saying hello. Watched you many years ago from Hemel Hempstead. Yes, I remember. I remember when we used to do the daily morning show, didn't we? Those of you that didn't know, I used to do a morning show every morning. It was about 9 o'clock, 9:30, something like that. And it actually got longer and longer and longer in the end. And in the end, we were doing like 2 hours every morning. It was cutting in a bit to my day. So there we are. But nice to have you back there, okay? Don't forget, gang, if you're in a chat box and you're trying to send me a message on the chat box, I'm not in the chat box at all. That's just there for people to talk to each other. If you want to send me a message, just text over there. If you're in the UK, 07451 287 337, 07451 287 337, or you can send us an email down there at the bottom, chris@chrisreardon.co.uk. Carl and Dottie in Mablethorpe. What is your most ticklish part of the body? Mine is the luggo. What, your ears? What, like that? Oh, I do like an ear itch, don't you? Oh, never put anything in your ears. Very bad. Any young people watching this? Honestly, I used to use a cotton wool bud, same as many other people. You've got a bit of an itch. Oh, you know, oh, that's lovely. And you get infection. And then I got an ear infection. Oh, my God, the pain. Oh, it's so painful to the point where you could just touch the ear lug like that, which apparently is where Carl is ticklish. Is Dottie doing that now? Is she tickling your ear lug? You could just touch that and it was, oh, the pain went right through my head. It was awful. Never, ever put cotton wool bud. I have to say, what are cotton wool buds for? What are they? What do they do? Apart from, you know, incorrectly using them in your ears, where else would you shove them? I don't know. What do people use cotton wool buds for? Clearing out the little hole? You know, what you're using to charge your phone, maybe? I don't know. I don't know what people use it for. Sorry, let me move the phone, otherwise that might make funny noises there. My ticklish part would be my feet. Oh, I wish I hadn't said that now. You know, because if you meet me at some point, perhaps I'm wandering around Mablethorpe, you know, looking for a half-eaten pasty in a bin or something like that, we might, and you'd push me over, and then Dottie would start tickling my feet, wouldn't she? Huh? Also, if you haven't cured your big toenail, you can borrow my garden shears. How nice of you, Carl. Thank you very much. There were people that we did a Temu opening on Thursday's show, didn't we? With my sister and baby Ernie. And at the end of the show, I did demonstrate the nail clippers. There were people that turned off. Apparently. I don't know why. They turned off before we got to the nail clippers, and it was a great shame because you might have learnt something there, maybe, you know, how to cut toenails properly with a Temu nail clipper. Worked for me. All right. Okay then. Yeah, we'll open the phone line early just in case Julie's around. I do like a chat with Julie on the show, so I think that's open now. I'm hoping it will work. Okay, it's a little bit different the way things work here up at the Caravan. That looks like it's all right now, so let's put the number up. There you go. If anyone fancies calling in tonight about anything we're talking about, or indeed anything else, maybe you fancy a little bit of a chit chat on the phone, that's the phone number there. Notice it is different from the text number. Okay, the phone in number is 020 8144 3477. It's a local London number. Okay, it's not a premium rate number. You're not going to be waxed £1.50 a minute or whatever they. No, it's about £4 a minute now, isn't it? Those premium rate things. It's like these people that vote for the X Factor. Costs you money every time you send a bleeding phone call in. Which is a bit much, isn't it? Eh? But there you go. All right. So if you want to call in, anyone at all, 020 8144 3477. The number is only one number, okay? And if I'm talking to someone on it, I can't take another call. So if I am talking to, if we are lucky enough to get anyone calling, if I'm talking to someone on it and you ring in, it will just ring and eventually go to an answer phone. And there's no one else who's going to answer that phone. All right, 020 8144 3477. Patricia in Manchester says she uses cotton buds for applying eyeshadow and also cleaning her car. Wow. Cleaning your car? You must get through an awful amount of cotton buds cleaning that car, surely. Blimey. You've got a bucket of water. I personally use a sponge. Don't tell great nephew Harry, because if he hears me saying that, he will then offer to clean my car, and believe me, it won't be cheap. He don't do cheap, my nephew. You can't do. I thought I was going to get cheap child labour. I don't think so. Not with his rates of pay. Blimey. Is that what you do? You get a little cotton bud, and dip it in again. Must take you hours to do that, car. I nearly took my car through the Sainsbury's car wash yesterday, but it was closed. So I just got the petrol. 150. What did I pay yesterday? 155. 155.9. A lot of money in it. Petrol. Right. Here's a question for you. I want you to think very, very carefully of this, okay? As not a child's parents, okay? As not a child's parents, maybe you're an uncle like me, or an auntie, or a nan, or something like that. Oh, hang on, let's just take this call. Let's see if this is going to work now. Hello, who's on the line, please? Hello? Oh, hang on, I've got the mute on. Silly me. Hello, who's on the line, please?
It's Julie.
Oh, Julie, I'm so happy you've called. I look forward to our conversations every Sunday night. You know that, love? I do.
Yeah, well, I'm a bit down because I've had my blood results back, so I thought you can cheer me up.
Oh, what did they say, Julie?
Well, they're saying I'm lacking in calcium now.
Right.
So I don't know what you got
to have? Calcium tablets or more milk, or how does that work, darling?
I don't know. Somebody's ringing me on Friday up the chemist.
Right.
And then I got to do whatever they say, and then I got to have another blood test.
Yeah.
Well, I suppose when they've sorted them out.
Oh, okay. Are you one of those people that tends to do exactly what the doctor tells you to do, Julie?
Yes.
Yeah, me too.
Do.
Me too.
Well, it's no good wasting their time, is it?
No.
But even you're laughing me head off with you.
I haven't done anything yet. Would you like me to do something special for you today, Julie? A little strip or something like that, maybe? Would you like me to take my top off? Maybe I'm not actually fat anymore. People are saying I've lost weight, and I weighed myself on Friday, 13 stone 8.
Bloody lovely.
Huh?
You look lovely, darling.
Thanks, Julie. Oh,
yeah.
If I was straight, I'd ask you out, but sorry.
Well, there you go. But if we ever bump in, do you ever, you're on about coming over to Cheddar Way.
Yes.
What's the furthest you would go?
Well, I don't think you should be asking a stranger such a question like that. How far do you want to go? What a shocking state of affairs. This is not that sort of programme, Julie, dear. God's sake, man. I don't know who you've been calling on the phone. One of those pretend radio stations like Crapital or the BBC, dear. How far do you want to go? Have you heard that? I think Mark Bowles, he'd be round to your house having a word with you, my love. Oh, dear, how far will I go?
No, what I was going to say, if you were coming near, Cheddar, Timsbury, we could meet up in Connie's. Well, it's not called Connie's no more. It's called the Square. Have a cup of coffee. Then I could say I've met Chris Reardon in life.
Or you might try and poison me, Julie. I don't really know you that well, my love. Yeah, I could go to the toilet, and then come back and then, unbeknowingly drink my tea or eat my small piece of lemon drizzle cake. And then on the way home, I could just pass out because you've dropped a little bit of poison in there or something like that. Maybe thinking that you are in my will.
No, I'm not that sort of person, love. No.
I'm a shocker, aren't I? Where is it you live?
You're a good bloke. Timsbury.
So, and tell me, what's it?
Nice little village.
It's a village, is it?
Yeah, it's nice little village.
Describe it to me. Now, I'm imagining you in a very large house, employing staff to, do your
No. I live in a flat, as you know.
Right.
And it's at Conacher Green, and just up the road we got a cafe.
Right.
And it's ever so nice, and they make you welcome. They've even started giving me gluten-free stuff. They even got biscuits in for me.
Right.
Now, how nice is that?
What biscuits you got?
Oh, blooming gluten-free bloody biscuits.
Are they not very nice?
Well, they're all right, but to be honest, Chris, there's no taste to them.
Ah, okay.
Like even the ginger gluten-free biscuits.
Right.
There's no taste to them.
Is there not? Oh.
No taste to it at all. It's everything you eat is bland.
Oh dear.
Yeah, but
I remember once. What's the bread? Is it something free bread? Is that gluten free?
Yeah, it's the gluten free bread.
Oh,
they
it was
got
horrible.
That up there.
You bit this
when
bread.
I go in.
Well, you had a bite of this bread, and it was like it just turned to powder in your mouth. It was blooming horrible stuff. Really horrible.
Yeah. But when I go up this canteen that I'm on about, the bread they use is so nice.
Right.
And it's gluten-free, and I have marmalade or jam.
Oh, yes.
And they give me milk chocolate buttons.
Yeah.
Gluten-free again.
Yeah.
And the biscuits. They make me feel really welcome.
That's nice, isn't it? I like a bit of I like a bit of marmalade on toast myself. I think I could possibly be the new Paddington Bear.
Yeah, and me.
Marmalade sandwiches. Hey, Julie, do you remember it was Christmas, wasn't it? When beautiful late Queen, Her Majesty, Queen Elizabeth. Do you remember when she did a little sketch with Paddington Bear?
Yeah. Do you reckon she knew she were dying?
Oh, yes. I think so. I think so, probably. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I miss her. I really miss her. She's like always...
She's a nice person.
Because she's like always been there, hasn't she? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I was ever so sad when she died. Really upset.
But I don't think her son would do so well, do you?
Oh, Charlie, I think he's doing all right, actually. Yeah, I think he's doing all right. There's always going to be people like the newspapers and all that. They're always slating people, aren't they?
Oh,
they can't wait, can they?
Anyway.
The thing is, what I don't like about the newspapers is how they build someone up over a long period of time, and then they decide that they're going to knock someone down, and my God, do they go for it? At the moment, it's who is it? At the moment, it's Keir Starmer. At the moment, it's him. They're going hell for leather on him, and believe me, when the next one comes in, they'll do the same to them until they've gone.
Yeah,
it's just like I think the newspapers are awful these days, really awful.
Well, it's all scandal all the time, isn't it?
Yeah. Have you ever been?
No fun.
Have you ever been in a newspaper at all, Julie? Shoplifting or anything like that, my love?
No, thank God, no. No, I try and stay clear of that job. Yeah.
I'm just a terrible person, Julie. I really am, aren't I, my love?
No, but you're a nice person. You're always out for a laugh.
What have you done this week? Have you been anywhere apart from the doctors?
I went up. The doctors had me her asthma review. That was fine.
Oh yeah.
She said, "Are you a vape? Are you a smoker?" I said, "No." Oh, I love that.
Right.
She said, "Come back next year for your birthday treat, as you call it."
Yeah.
And then on the Tuesday, I had to go up for that, and I had me blood tests and never heard nothing. Tuesday, because usually when I've gone up a couple of hours and they ringing me.
Yep.
Anyway, on the Wednesday I was having me dinner. I thought, let's check my house phone. Nothing on there. And then my phone went beep beep. I thought, oh, here we bloody go.
Yeah.
Hello, Mrs. Brimble. Could you get in contact with the surgery?
Oh, yeah.
As they would like to talk to you about your blood results.
Right.
I thought, oh, great. So I rang the surgery, and I said, right, what's going on? And she said, we're a bit concerned. She said, it's nothing major. It's not urgent. They've put, not urgent. So I said, well, what is it? She said, it's something to do with your calcium level. Well, what the hell is all that shit about?
Yeah.
What's calcium? What's your calcium?
I think that's bones, isn't it? Bones, calcium.
Oh, is it?
I don't know, to be honest, darling.
So
I'm
I
not a
don't
doctor.
know. I just go along with it. Yeah.
Well,
the trouble is, I was talking to somebody down the car boot this afternoon, and they said, Ju, it happened to all of us.
Yeah.
The minute you reach 60, it's downhill all the way. I said, tell me about it.
I know about that, mate. I was all right until I dislocated my shoulder. Couple about 2.5 years ago now, and since then I just keep having stuff. Since that point, that was a change in my life. Once that had happened,
sort of a weakness there, then, isn't it?
Well, it's not. No, it's not just my arm. It's other stuff. At the moment, it's stomach problems all the time.
It's not nice though, Bob, is it?
But the other thing I've had over the last 2 weeks is chest infections. Like every 4 months, a new chest infection, which won't clear on its own. So then you get the antibiotics. On this occasion, the last one was a few weeks ago. I got one week of antibiotics, and it seems to have shifted it mainly. But then it goes, if you've got stomach problems already, your tummy don't like antibiotics, does it? And it starts bringing it on again worse. Oh, it's just terrible. It's terrible.
Yeah.
But it's just one of those things.
Well, it's like tablets, isn't it? You take one tablet. It's like now, I take 3 up to now. I take blood pressure, B12, and the vitamin 3, like for sun.
Are you under pressure, Julie? Bum, 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 under pressure from Queen. Let's sing it together.
Yeah. Yeah, especially when I get shit from the doctors.
Oh, don't you worry about it, love.
Yeah, so I don't know what's all this going to bloody
Just tell them,
in.
just let us know next week, darling, all right?
I will. I'll give you are you on this next week?
I believe so. Hang on, let me just check.
You'll have a look in your diary.
I'm a very busy person. Very full up diary. Very full up. Hang on a minute. So what's that?
Yeah, I'll make a date with you.
Tuesday, here we are. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Yes, I am with you next Sunday. I'm with you next Sunday.
Lovely.
Just before Mark Bowles' birthday, I think.
Lovely.
Is that right?
You ought to get in contact with you.
Hang on a minute.
You could take him out for his birthday.
I've got his birthday here on the 25th of May, but it's been crossed out for some reason. I don't know why.
Okay.
Why is that crossed out? I don't know. Mark, maybe I've got the date wrong. Maybe is that why it's crossed out? Why is his birthday crossed out? Because we haven't had it yet, have we?
Don't know.
Or was it March?
That's going to bug you now, isn't it?
I think I've done something wrong here. Wrong.
Yeah.
Oh, no, it was 25th of March. That's right, and I put it in 25th of May. That's why it's crossed out. No, it's not. No, it's not. Yeah, so I'm with you on Sunday, Pentecost, incidentally, and that's the day before another bank holiday. Look at that.
Oh, I know. Bloody kids will be home again.
Yeah. Anyway, Julie, lovely to talk to you, darling. All right, I do look forward to our conversations on a Sunday.
You look after yourself.
And you too, my darling, all right? Tell our Julie.
Yeah. Tell our love. Give my love to the family.
All right. Tell our love. There we are.
Bye,
the
darling.
Lovely Julie down there. Where is it she said she was? I can't remember now. Somewhere in Somerset, isn't it? Near where Mark Bowles is in Somerset, yeah. Thank you, Mark, for your kind message there, my love. Lynn in London says, my son Stephen and his husband-to-be Ryan are getting married next Saturday. Oh, wow. Could you wish them all the happiness in the world from Mum and Dad? So whereabouts? You're in... Hang on, where are you now? Can't remember where you are. Lynn in London. Okay, Lynn. Oh, well, good luck to Stephen and Ryan. Do they ever get down to the karaoke? Have they been down to the karaoke on a Friday and a Saturday night? I'm glad no one came last night. Oh, it was a real washout. Worst Saturday I've ever done. There was no one there. No one there. Weird, isn't it? But it wasn't weird. They were watching the Eurovision. I wonder, are they typical Eurovision loving boys? Are they? So many of us are. No, 1 point. Oh my God, how sad is that? 1 point. And you know what? I knew it was going to be crap because the song was awful. He's all right, that boy singing it. What's his name? Look, Mum, no computer. I can't remember his name now. I did know his name. I've got a story here to read from the Daily Mail later. But 1 point again, and 0 for the 3rd year running for the public vote. Because in the Eurovision, there's 2 lots of votes. There's the jury vote, and there's the public vote. And for the last 3 years, the public in all the other countries, we haven't got any votes. Now, it doesn't mean no one voted for us at all, but we haven't made the top 10 in any of the countries, which means when they do their magic with the scores, I don't know what they do, like average them out or something, it ends up as being 0. Terrible, isn't it? Oh, there we are. Lynn, the boys live up in Leighton Buzzard, and they were watching the Eurovision. I thought they might be. What was their favourite song? The Finland, because Finland was the favourite song, wasn't it? Finland was actually the favourite song. Yeah, yeah. You might want to tell your boys. I used to be a Heaven DJ. I did that, and my main job over the years was DJing. I started off doing little pubs. I did weddings and birthdays, and I got into the Black Cap, which was a big drag venue. I didn't know anything about the pub when I went for the audition, and I got there, and I ended up being there for 18 years, and all the other DJing jobs that I got really came from that one, to be honest. Yeah, and it was great. And it closed down 11 years ago. I think it was 11 years. This year it reopened. And there was a couple of the regulars. Oh, will you be going back there, Chris? Not really, no. Not 63 years old, you know. You want someone younger in there doing the DJing. And I went back there on Wednesday for the karaoke. And it was just... it was weird. It wasn't horrible. Didn't dislike it. It was just like a completely different venue. You know how certain places have a smell, yeah. I you know, if you blindfolded me and took me to my old school church, which I revisited over 10 years ago now, and you walk in the doors and there's that smell. The smell, and it's always in there, always has been in there. The Black Cat was like that. It had its smell, okay? Well, they've had a refit, and we had loads of refits before. This was like almost a rebuild, really. The smell's gone. The Black Cat smell was gone, and it looks completely different. Did I dislike it? No, I didn't dislike it. Do I love it even better than before? No, I don't love it even better than before. It's just different. And I stayed for a while, and about an hour and a quarter, that's all. The weird thing is, you know, when you do a job like that, a bit like people on the telly, you know, and they're on there forever and ever and ever, and then they go, and you're very quickly forgotten. And it was weird that I was in there, and no one knew me. And I didn't know them. That was a bit weird. But nevertheless, I stayed, and I went in with my friend Posh Twink Carl, and also DJ Chris, who's a friend of mine. He fills in at the karaoke for me. The strange thing is, their karaoke, they have a big stage at the end where the DJ used to be, i.e. me or any of the people that I worked with over the 18 years. Yeah, I wasn't there every night. So there were other people that worked there, including my very, very good friend David Rosen, who was there before me and left while I was there. So I kind of took his place, if you see what I mean, over many years. And I'm sorry, I forgot where I was with that now. Where was I going with that? Oh, yeah. So we were on the stage, right in the middle of the stage. So we'd, hello everyone, we'd be DJing up there, and we'd bring on the artists, you know, like a singer or a drag act or karaoke. I used to do the karaoke on the stage. Makes sense. Well, the DJ is no longer on the stage. So the DJ is at the end of the bar facing the stage. And I think that's a mistake, because where the DJ is positioned, you can't really see them as being the focal part of the pub, right? If you're on the stage, you walk in, oh, there's the DJ right in front. He's talking to me, right? If the DJ is now in a box facing the stage and you're sitting down the side, I'm not talking to you anymore, am I? And I think that's a mistake, putting the DJ at the end of the bar. Also, when it comes to the karaoke, the singers don't sing on the stage. I don't get it. Why would you not want the singers on the stage? I've been told by someone it's something to do with their insurance. I don't get it. So if you're going to sing a song, so imagine see if I draw you a little box or something. Let me draw you a little picture. Right. You'll see how bad my drawing is now. Right, let's draw the bar like that. Okay. So there's the stage. Door. Bar. DJ. Which is kind of like that. Seats. Right, so it's a bit like that, okay? You see that? Stage is there, DJ's here, right? Now, there are... Oh, there's some more seats here. Sorry, I meant there's seats here. This isn't quite to plan, if you see what I mean. But it's basically what it is, right? So you've got the door where you come in there. Right? You come in there, then there's a bar. There's some seats here. There's more seats than that there. It goes back a bit further. And there's seats here. Now, the DJ is here facing the stage. So the DJ is not facing the people. And I just think that's a mistake. So when you sing, you kind of... This is like a corner here. And you sing there. So these people here certainly can't see you there. And these ones here are not really looking at you. They're in their seats talking to each other. And people who do karaoke, they have come to sing, but they also want to be seen. Whether or not they can sing or not, doesn't matter. It's karaoke. They want to be seen. They can't be seen. And I think there's a couple of really bad errors gone into that design. Presumably they asked people, what do you think of this? What do you think of this? Maybe they are dancers. Maybe they listened to them. Maybe they didn't. I just think that's a huge mistake. I really do. The host was a girl called Michelle, and, you know, very tall. She was all right. Yeah, she was okay, Michelle. Yeah, very friendly, you know. A little bit on the mic, gobby on the microphone, which is what you need in somewhere like that. Yeah, I was the same. She was all right, but the actual positioning of where you go to sing, and I don't get it. If it is an insurance thing, then, you know, well, yeah, okay, you must be able to sort that out, or maybe they have to pay a bit more if the public want to go on the stage. Now, I was there for 18 years. Not only did karaoke sing... I'm sorry I move around a lot. It's not like reading the news for half an hour, you know. I get... My bum starts going to sleep. I hope it doesn't start snoring in front of you. Yeah, it just doesn't make sense to me. Now, I was there 18 years. As well as karaoke singers coming onto the stage and singing with me, there were also people that would come up and dance on a Saturday night or Friday night when I was playing the music, or a Monday night. And they would come up and dance on the stage. Right? In 18 years, I never saw anyone fall off. No one was pushed off. And there we are. So that's my thoughts on the Black Cat. Glad I went there. I left at about 9:15. The journey home was quite good. So 9:15 I went left there. Walked over the road to the Northern Line, jumped on the tube, got to Waterloo Station. I think my train's about 9:30. And I'm looking at the board. 9:20, 9:18 it was. Right, where's the Reading? Next train to Reading, 9:20. Oh, I took off, dear. I took off. I went into warp drive running, and as I was getting to the barrier, it was already clicked over to 9:29. I thought, oh no, I'm going to miss this. And I come towards this bloke saw me there. So I got my ticket. I got my ticket. It was on my phone. He pushed the button, and the barrier opened and allowed me to run through very quickly. And then, as I got to the door, the whistle. As I was running, the whistle went. I thought, oh no, I'm going to miss this. I ran hell for leather, and I got to the door. I said, "Is it Bracknell, mate?" Yeah, jump on. Doors closed. Off it went. So it was lucky, wasn't it? That being said, there's only half an hour between trains, so it's not a long time to run, to wait. But you know, if you look over and Starbucks is closed, and you can't sit in one of those cold seats waiting for half an hour for a bleeding train, can you? Anyway, that's the black cat there. Lynn in London says, yes, it was Finland they wanted. My boy went to heaven all the time years ago. He loved it. How old is he? Did you say how old he is? You don't say how old. Okay, so I was there. I did the pop room, and it would be about 13 or 14 years ago. I also found somewhere to park near there, believe it or not, which was kind of round the side a bit. You come up Villiers Street and then round the side, and there was a parking road where all the doormen and DJs used to park from various different clubs there. We'd all come out at the same time. Hello, mate. Hello. Didn't really know them, but you know, used to say hello because we all knew this secret parking space. Yeah. So I used to do, if you tell him, I used to do the pop room for Fruit Machine. Yeah, that's what I used to do there. All right there, Lynn. Oh, he's 38, 28. Oh, he could have been going while I was there. I did Wednesdays. I did Wednesday nights. I did the pop room. There was a bloke called Terry or David Rosen who used to do the R&B room. The main floor was done by, black lad. What was his name now? He's really nice, quite camp. Can't think who he was now. But for whatever reason, the main floor never really got busy on a Wednesday night. Funny, innit? I don't know why. And that was before Jeremy Joseph bought it. So the manager at the time was a bloke called David Inches. Okay. It's great. It was all right there. A sticky carpet, though, in our room. Dirty old place it was. Dirty old place. Linda from Leicester's there. Hello, Linda. Love marmalade, especially the sort with big chunks of peel. Not for me, Linda. Nah. No, I like the either shredless or the very silver shred, innit? Silver shred Robertsons. Aldi do a really nice marmalade, and it's only about 60 pence a jar. That's all right, the Aldi one. Dean's there. Hello to Dean. Dean was a customer at the Black Cap. He was there for years while I was DJing there. I had a great time. Great time. I miss it. I do miss it. Would I go back there now? No, because it's all different. That time has moved on. You know, like I said to you, these people that were asking, will you be going back there? No, I wouldn't have. I wasn't asked anyway. Would I have gone back there? No, because that time has moved. It's very different now. I probably couldn't say half of what I used to say on the microphone just to make people laugh, because there will be you've upset me now. Oh, I've got anxiety. Oh, please. Grow a bleeding backbone, will you, for God's sake? Stuff I was called over the years they never bothered me. Linda is 60 in a month. After that phone conversation, I can't wait. Love, Delicate Linda. In fact, I'm going to change your name on it. Hang on a minute. Oh no, hang on a minute. I won't, because we'll be moving over to a new number at some point soon, I think, really, if it all works well there. Delicate Linda. You'll have to remind me when we change the number, and I'll put you in as Delicate Linda. I'm assuming that I can put names in there. We're going to try it out tomorrow morning, actually. Thank you. All the Lynns are here, aren't we? Patricia in Manchester. Did Paul O'Grady work at the Black Cap? I worked with him a couple of times. Very nice man to work with. There were people telling me he didn't actually like the place. We've got pictures of him all over the place, but he didn't really like the place. Paul O'Grady, I don't know how true that is. Austin's there. Hello to Austin. Hello, Austin. Enjoying the programme. He's in South Africa. Hello, Austin. I wonder if there's also anyone else watching in South Africa. Well, all the animals are. You know, we have giraffes watching, tigers, lions, elephants, the lot. The lot. I thought I was an elephant, but people keep telling me I'm losing weight. Oh, you know what it might be? I've just thought, actually, I don't want to upset you if you're having dinner. You know, there is a problem at the moment. Stuff going straight through. That's all I'm saying. I think that might be what it is. Could be what it is. Anyway, fingers crossed it's nothing too seriously. Nice to have you with us live there, Austin. Jack Howard in there. Hello, Jack. Evening, Chris. I hope you work. I worked security this weekend at a Eurovision function. It was carnage. Jack, now you say that, right? I was a bit concerned. I listened to the voting because I finished doing my karaoke at 11, jumped in the car to come up here. Blimey, they didn't start the voting until well after 11, did they? I couldn't believe it. Well after 11, and then it got to the end. And we do not do politics on this programme. When they said it's going to be Israel or Bulgaria, and both songs I liked, I look at the Eurovision as a song contest and nothing else, okay? I'm not interested in any of the politics. I thought, and then when Israel was announced, I thought I could hear this booing. I thought, oh no, if they win, there's going to be a bit of a problem here. But they didn't win, did they? I thought it's all going to kick off in the bleeding Eurovision venues all over. Yeah, but it didn't happen, did it? I thought both songs. Which one did I prefer? Actually, probably my favourite song was Azerbaijan, but they got knocked out on the second semi-final, didn't they? Azerbaijan with Jiva and Just Go. Beautiful song. Didn't get anywhere. Lost my £5 bet rather disappointingly. But I could see a problem with the crowds had Israel have won, which is a shame really, because it is a song contest and that's it as far as I'm concerned. A song contest. Anyway, it is what it is, Jack. Did I like the ball Bangarera? Yeah, I did. When we were doing it, I was getting people to ring in, you see, when I was doing my radio show. Not ring in, to vote in. We voted Azerbaijan as the top song. I think the Bulgarian one, I might be able to look that up actually. Paul, hang on, because Paul and Lou aren't with us for the chat show, are they? Let's have a look. See if I can find their old messages, because they were looking after, we were doing charts. We had a chart every day. Yeah, here we go. We'll find our final chart. There it is. So Bangarera. So the people that listen to the radio show, we voted Azerbaijan as our top song. Then it was Italy, San Marino, and they too got knocked out. Germany did really badly. They got 0 on the public vote as well. Germany. It was all right. It was a bloke, lady, Sarah Engels, called Fire, wasn't it? I thought it was all right. 0 points from the public. Weird. Estonia. I'm looking for Bangarera. Oh no. There we are. Dara. So we voted that in 14th place in our charts. And Israel we voted in 28th place. That's out of 35. The UK we voted at 31. We really didn't like it. And there's the proof. The proof is in the pudding. Some of these people, you know, you see them on Facebook, you know. I don't go on Facebook and I don't do politics on Facebook or anything like that unless it's a joke, unless it's a bit of a joke. But people they just don't see the joke anymore, do they? They're just so bleeding serious all the time. They really are. But I certainly don't go and live out my life on Facebook and tell them, you know, how much I hate this person or I dislike this person or this, that and the other. Oh, no, can't be being here. Dean says it was great in the Black Cap when you were working there. It was a laugh. We did have a laugh there, Dean. We did have a laugh there. Usually at other people's expense, but people are so touchy now, aren't they? I like to have a laugh. I like to have a laugh with people. I think I saw another email there. Oh, Carl Shaw. Hello to Carl there. Hello to Carl. Welcome along. A Eurovision Song Contest. What's worse, toothache pain or this crap on TV? So Carl doesn't like it, which is fair comment. That's fair comment, Carl. It's not everyone's cup of tea. I love it. It's not even the songs. It's the whole staging thing going on there, you know, and that big stage. What I think is missing on the Eurovision Song Contest, for me personally, is the orchestra. And last time Austria did it was about 10 or 11 years ago when they won it with that excellent song from Conchita. Rise like a phoenix out of the ashes, seeking love and emotion, retribution, we all know. Yeah, that one. Yeah. And when they did it, and they had the orchestra up there, and these doors opened, and there was a whole orchestra on screen. And they didn't do it this time. I have to say, I thought the whole presentation wasn't that good. It's all very well having these special effects and cameras all over the place and great singers. You know, they're all good at their thing and a lovely big stage. But the presentation, who was that bloke? In a shiny tracksuit hosting the Eurovision Song Contest? Oh, come on, mate. You can do better than that. And no orchestra to be seen. I was quite disappointed with the presentation. I had really high hopes because, in my personal opinion, the best Eurovision Song Contest ever was the one from Austria about 10 years ago. They did such a good job. This time, not so much. Not so much. In my opinion. You know, not everyone will agree. Thank you, Carl. What else does he say here? He says karaoke originated in Kobe, Japan during the early 1970s, widely credited to Japanese musician Daisuke Inoki, who created the first karaoke-style machine in 1971. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. But our song, Look Mum, No Computer, 1 point. Right at the very bottom of the scoreboard. That's how it is. So, the Eurovision, the Daily Mail's take on it. UK, did anyone watch it today? Did you watch the Eurovision? Or is that not your thing? And if so, what was your go-to song this year? Did you have a favourite song, I wonder? It's still very popular on the telly. We love to watch it. We do love to watch it. Daily Mail, UK's Eurovision act Look Mum No Computer, finished in last place as they received no points from the voting public. And like I say, that has happened for the last 3 years running. While Bulgaria clinched victory in Austria. It marked yet another dismal result for the UK in the contest, and its third last place finishing since 2020. Here we are. Look, Mum, No Computer. His name is Sam. Sam Battle, his zany entry, Ein, Zwei, Drei, securing just 1 vote in the jury vote and nothing in the public televote, giving us a total of 1 vote. For the stage performance, he wore a pink boiler suit and he looked all right, to be honest. Danced around and it was a very physical performance from him, I must say. He danced around in a mock workshop while playing a synthesizer and surrounded by fur-clad robots with computers on their heads. But the quirky display failed to impress with viewers at home, saying the act deserved nil points, branding it the worst song I've ever heard, and claiming it's almost like the UK is trying not to win it. I am starting to wonder, to be honest. The songs are dire. And have been dire for some time. There's the occasional good one, that other bloke from TikTok. What's his name? Was it Sam? Sam. He did all right. Space something, Space Cowboys, Space Mountain, something like that. Spaceman, that was it. I'm a spaceman or something like that. I wasn't a fan of that song, I'll be honest with you, but it got to second place, didn't it? People wrote on X, on behalf of everyone watching the Eurovision from the UK, we don't claim him and we apologise him for this mess. Believe me, if we were, we could give ourselves nil points. We would. It was just awful, that song. Did he write it? I don't know who wrote it. Or did he just perform it? It's dreadful. No melody, really. You know. But then again, I'm a bit older now and I do like a good ballad, Azerbaijan ballad. Do have a listen to it if you get the chance. Unfortunately, I can't play it for you on YouTube due to the copyright thing. Jiva, 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 Just Go, it's called, Azerbaijan. Do you ever listen for that after the show, maybe? All right, and see what you think. The Daily Mail says everyone who has anything to do with Eurovision in the UK choosing our artists should be fired. It's just an act of national embarrassment. I think the UK really doesn't want it in Eurovision anymore. It's terrible. It really is. When you think of all the songs that we had 70s and 80s and how good they were, really. And there were some really good songs. And then this last few years, I can't even remember the last few songs. I think the last I liked Jade Ewan. You know when what's his name came and played the piano, Andrew Lloyd Webber. I quite like that one. It's my time, my big ballad, and it sounded exactly like you would expect a song from Andrew Lloyd Webber to sound like. It had that big instrumental bit in the middle with the violins and all that. And then we had what was his name? Engelbert Humperdinck. He did one for us, didn't he? He was good. But more recently, just awful. Mark, I'd rather stick pins in my eyes than watch the Eurovision. And yet you sit there, I bet you sit at home watching darts. How can you sit there and watch darts? Although I'd be very happy to come and watch you play, Mark, if you want me to. Are you performing anywhere when I'm down in Somerset? Oh, I forgot. You're away with work, aren't you? I'm not convinced you're away with work, Mark. That's okay if you don't want to take me out for a meal or something like that. That's okay, Mark. I don't mind. You know. Or a theme park or something. I don't go on roller coasters though. You could take your boy to a theme park, go on roller coasters. I'm the perfect match because I can sit down at the bottom with your camera and take pictures of you being happy. Or, even better, videos. I've got a new video camera. Oh, yes. I showed it yesterday on the comments and questions show. Did you see it? Oh, well, you've missed it then, haven't you? It's still on there. Don't worry. Have a little look later. I've got a DJI little handheld camera, which I shall be experimenting with this week. Dean says, I think you did an 80s and 90s night. No, 70s and 80s night. Oh, it might have been 80s and 90s when you were. I can't remember now. Well, this was my Monday nights at the Black Cup. It was a 70s and 80s night, which worked really well. It was packed in there on a Monday night, and they did cheap drinks as well. And then that evolved to become an 80s and 90s night. And then we started playing a bit of R&B as well, didn't we? It changed over the years. Yeah, that was a good night Monday, weren't it, in there? Wow, yeah. Don't forget, gang, if you're in a chat box, sending me a message. I'm not in the chat box. To get me a message, please send us a text if you're in the UK. My text number at the moment is 07451 287 337. It's right up there in the top of the screen there. 07451 287 337. Or you can send us an email if you can't do a text if you're outside the UK. chris@chrisreardon.co.uk. chris@chrisreardon.co.uk. Now, when we change the text number, you should be able then, if you're international and you're happy to spend the money, mind, you know, because it international text and all that business, right? You will be able to send a text internationally when we change, as far as I know, once we change the text number, because it works differently to one I've got now. All right, my loves. Big G. I sort of watched the Gay World Cup Eurovision, sort of. Didn't really listen to all the songs. I was working on the computer, but the scores are the funny bit, so I watched that. Can I be controversial and say it's a fix? Too much political voting to be taken seriously. And that's got worse over the years. It's got worse over the years. You know, especially like with the Cyprus and Greece thing. Every year they give each other 12 points, don't they? Every single year. I was surprised that we didn't give much to the Australians, did we? Oh, Tara was fuming. She was fuming. She was spitting feathers, weren't you, Tara? She's in Melbourne, Australia with us. Did we give them Did we give them any points, the Australians? See, I was in the car at the time. I do love watching. I might watch it back on the iPlayer. In fact, I think my sister might enjoy watching that with me at some point. If you're on Butler's Empire later, they're live with you. Well, I say live. They play this. The show is already recorded, but they are live in the chat box, and that's the Butler's Empire channel at 8 o'clock. My sister and Martin chatting away and doing their thing. I never know what's going to be in the show actually. Once I finish my show, I shall jump in my car and go round there and spend a little bit of an evening with them. Mark Bowles calls the Eurovision a video nasty. Oh dear. Austin says your sound is not as loud as it is usually. Is it not? Why have you left it until 1 hour and 25 minutes to tell me that? Because if I push it up now, it's going to be a bit. Everyone's going to have to turn it down again, isn't it? I can push it up a bit now. There you go. Is that a bit better? Is that a bit better? Do let us know a bit earlier, Austin. Thank you. Carl. Oh, that's very, very long, that, Carl. Thank you very much for that. I'll read that later. Carl remembers Bucks Fears, Ava, Brotherhood of Man, the best, not this garbage. I entirely agree with you, Carl. I entirely agree with you. Carl. Yeah, you're so right about all that. That's a long explanation. I don't think it's for this show there, my love. All right, but thank you for sending it in there. Good evening to Alison Judge is with us. Evening to you, Alison. Oh, gosh, you sent this in an hour ago, didn't you? You've gone into the spam box. I don't know why, love. I shall report this as not spam. Hang on a minute. So hopefully next time you send a little message in, I'll be able to see it. Alison is watching the show tonight from Woking. Oh, that's not far from me, Woking. I've got a friend who lives in there. She's a big Barry Manilow fan. She's got the fibrosis thing going on. What's it called now? Where she's in a lot of pain all the time, all over. That thing she's got. Poor love, bless her heart. Anne, her name is. Anyway, Alison says, my son lives in Lincolnshire for 3 years now. It's a really beautiful place and lovely people. And that's from Alison, who's in Woking. Yeah, Lincolnshire is very beautiful. There's a lot of countryside here. Where I live, my main house in Bracknell, the flora couldn't be much more different. It's a completely different flora, like trees, hills like that. Lincolnshire itself is very beautiful, very flat. Not many like forests. I think there are a few forests around here, but a lot of farmland, of course. And they are very, very different. The two places, the way they look and all that. Which one do I prefer? That's a good question. I like the trees, and I like beautiful Swinley Forest, which is 5 minutes walk from my house. That's all it is. I do like it. But then again, I love driving around here through the fields and the open countryside. And as you know, just minutes from here is a river. And maybe we'll have a little walk along there. And I'll do a video this week with my new camera, my little handhold camera, which is quite nice. There we go. Carl says, pain around your body. That's the one. Fibromyalgia. In fact, our parish priest has got that as well. Can't be a very pleasant thing having such a terrible thing, really, can it there? Eh? Mike Rees-Ponto, my favourite Eurovision song was from Italy. Yeah, that was a good song. Actually, I think I had a bet on that. To finish, did it finish top 5, Italy? If so, I might have won a little bit of money. I bet I haven't won everything I put on it. I think I ended up putting 20 quid on various different songs with a fiver on Azerbaijan. Knocked out. God, shows how much I know about these songs. Maybe that song from the UK was fantastic and it's just me that don't like it. I don't know. Yeah, where did the Italy song finish? I can't remember now. Have we got a score in? Yeah, hang on. Eurovision. Oh, hang on. Sorry, I'm rubbing the microphone there. Eurovision scores. Here we are. 2026 results, voting and points. There we are. Italy. Where was that? Italy. Oh, they were 5th. I might have won something then. So it was Bulgaria first, Israel second, Romania third, Australia 4th. I thought Australia were going. I did think at one point Australia were going to win. It was a very, very good performance from Delta, wasn't it? Delta Goodrum. You know, very, very good. Then Italy at 5th. Finland, they were the favourites, weren't they? Finland, but it didn't win. Then Denmark, Moldova, and so on and so forth. Oh, and what's that at the bottom in 25th place? United Kingdom. 1 point. And the Austrians, who hosted it, they were second to last, 6 points. Terrible, isn't it, eh? Well, what can you do? Lynn from London. I loved Eurovision in the 1970s upwards, but I think recently politics and wokeness has ruined it. Another thing ruined. I think you're right, Lynn. I think you're right. I do. And I'll be honest with you, I can't stand Ryland Clark commentating either. I can't bear him. Just shut up and let's hear what they're saying on the stage, would you, mate? And his little sidekick, that girl, get on my nerves. Can you watch the Eurovision without that bleeding commentating going on? I wonder what language it'll be in next. Oh, I think they have to do it in English, don't they? Bulgaria. Is it Bulgarian they speak, or like French or Spanish or something like that? Anyone know? What do the Bulgarians... Is that a good place for a holiday? Yeah. Big G, last good Eurovision song I liked was the guy with the violin. La da 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 da. He was good looking, weren't he? Young lad he was, yeah. Nothing to do with him being really hot, I promise. You're a liar. Please don't lie on this programme, Big G. Big G does a radio show. He's on Voyager Radio. I'm gonna. Do you know? I'm gonna look it up for you. I'm gonna look it up for you because I'm like that. Voyager Radio. Voyager, Voyager -radio.net. He does 7:30 till 9 o'clock in the morning. He's on every day there. All right. That's all right, Big G. You can buy me. No, I tell you, cheese and onion crisps. Walker's cheese and onion crisps. Don't be buying the little ones and giving me a little packet out of the multi-pack either. Thank you very much. I'll have one of the £1.25 bags, please. Thank you very much. Look forward to seeing you Friday. Yeah, I think I might start eating more chips because do you know, I'm looking at myself now on the monitor. I'm looking a bit haggard. I'm looking haggard. Is it a good look? I mean, it might be an attraction. There's been 2 lads this week who've spoken to me in the gym like I'm their mate. Usually it's, you know it is with gyms. Yeah, you're right, mate. Yeah, Mark will tell you, Mark Bowles will tell you. Don't really get friendly with anyone, do you, Mark? So, you're right, mate. Anyway, there's this fella in there. He's quite young, about 30. I'd say he's about 32. And looks a bit like... He don't look too different from Anthony Joshua, actually. He's not quite as big, but he's all right. He's nice. And hello, mate. All right, mate. And that's as far as it goes. That's like with most of the fellas in the gym. It's only the really older ones who will have a conversation with you, you know. And I know them all in there. There's a bloke in there from the church. He was always shocked when I first said, I knew he'd want to hear us effing and blinding. He sits in the back of the church when I'm playing organ. And... the younger fellas is generally, hello, mate, you're right, mate. You know, and, you know, after you've seen them a few times, I don't really know them, but you see them, so, hello, mate, all right, mate. And that's as far as it goes. Anyway, so I've come in, and it's like lockers down here and then off to the side. You can't really see round that corner once you've gone so far. I've gone round now, I looked over, and then there's the black fella I was just telling you about. Hello, mate. All right, mate. Anyway, I've gone to my locker a little bit further down. I'm just getting changed. He's come round the corner. Excuse me, mate. Yeah? And this is you people telling me I'm losing weight here. You've lost some weight, haven't you? Have I? Yeah, you have. He said, when I first came here, I've been here about a year now. He said, you were quite chubby. He said, it's gone. He said, whatever you're doing is clearly working. I'm like, okay. I said, I weighed myself this morning. I'm at the higher level of where I want to be. That's the weird thing about it. It's very strange. So, on the scales, doesn't look like I'm losing weight at all. In fact, I'm going the wrong way. So this is what I don't get anyway. So he made a point of coming round the corner. I thought, oh, and I felt quite elated because he's quite nice, right? Quite elated there. And sometimes, honestly, he wears these white swimming shorts. He's not one of the Speedo people. We don't have any. Well, we have a couple of Speedo people in there, and they're all of the wrong age, wearing completely inappropriate clothes, dear. Speedos. I keep telling you, fellas, get out of the Speedos. It's not a good look unless you're Tom Daley, right? Shorts. The lads wear shorts, and he wears these white shorts, completely oblivious of the fact that once he's came out of the steam room and they're quite damp, they're quite see-through as well. But I'm not complaining. I'm not going to tell him. Why would I spoil the view of all the girls in there? All the old dears, they're all gathered up. I hear them. I hear them gossiping in the swimming pool, the old dears. Shocking. Hope you're not one of those people, ladies. Are ya? Eh? Julie? You don't go swimming, do you, love? I'd imagine you like a good gossip, don't you, Julie? Around a little tea table somewhere. That's what you want to meet me for gossip. Shocking. Shocking. Anyway, so so that was one day last week, and then blow me down on Friday. I went swimming on Friday, and I'd finished my swim, and one of the gym boys came through, and I'm at the mirror, you know, four basins in the gym. In the change, the changing room, it's shared, swimmers and gym fellas, and the other side is girls. By the way, that was the chair, wasn't my bum. Honestly, listen, I want to point that out. You'd take a very, very dim view of me if my bottom went to sleep, wouldn't you? Oh no, it's bad enough when a little bit of burp came up earlier. God, I'm sorry about that earlier. So there's four basins there, and I always use the one on the left on the end because, and I'll tell you why, rather annoyingly, about a year ago, some idiot decided to put these little things on the taps so little streams of water come out. Oh, well, it takes forever. You know, the one on the end, for whatever reason, they must have forgot to put one on there. So you do get a decent single stream of water pouring out there. I single-handedly empty reservoirs while I'm having a shave there. I ain't got to worry, have I? It's not my water meter. I pay £74 a month to go there, thank you very much. Anyway, so I'm having a shave. Oh, by the way, I've decided I'm not buying any more cheap, shaving gel. I now buy Harry's or Wilkinson's Sword at an extra cost of approximately £1.50. Always lovely. I had to shave tonight just before I came on. Can you tell? Look, lovely. 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 So I buy that now. Anyway, so I'm having a show. And one of the lads from the gym's coming. Hello, mate. Oh, hello, mate. How are you? Yeah, not too bad. I talk to him a little bit, and he tells me about his wife and his kids, and he's got something wrong. I can't remember. And he was telling me he used to do private training. What's it called? PT, personal training. He used to do personal training. I always have a little bit of a chat with him. Anyway, so he's coming. Hello, mate. Oh, hello, mate. How are you? Yeah, not too bad. I said to him. He said, "What's your name, by the way?" And he came over. "Oh, it's Chris." "Oh, I'm Scott." "Oh, hello, Scott." And shook my hand. They're all trying to chat me up, mate. Mark, I wouldn't leave it too long. By the time you decide to take me out for a meal or a little dance or a holiday somewhere, a luxury 2-star holiday or something like that. I'm not going on no Ryanair planes, though, I told you. We are not doing a Jet2 holiday. My friend Roy, who's always chatting away to us on the show today, he said he would pay for me to go on a Jet2 holiday or a Ryanair flight if I do a vlog about what it's like. Pfft, have you seen them all fighting like animals on there? They are. I feel sorry for you. None of you are like that, I know that. But if you have to go on a Ryanair flight and they start fighting, oh, good luck, mate. Because it... Oh, dear, what was that? Oh, no. Oh, my little things dropped out. Hang on. I've just knocked something over. Oh no, not the quiz things. The quiz things have all fallen out. Oh, that's right. We haven't done any of our little quizzes tonight, have we? What's the time? Well, we might get one in. I've just knocked this down. Sorry. 1 minute. We'll do a little quiz thing before we finish. True or false or something, okay? Just to keep us entertained. What was I saying? Yeah, a good help you if you're on a Ryanair flight and it all breaks out, or a Jet2 holiday. Nothing beats. Oh, I do it now. Have you seen the videos of them fighting? Animals, dear. Animals. They cannot help themselves. And you know, there's just so many people that were like that. You lot, I swear, I'm sure you're the same as me. You know how to behave, don't you? I bet you do. You know how to behave. They don't on some of those planes. Shocking. Oh, no. Hang on a minute. Oh, no. I knew that was going to happen. Just a minute. I'll tell you what's happened. There was a little spider issue in here. So I've got these sticky pads which go on the floor and it will trap a spider if it tries to walk over. And I knew, and I'm very careful, and I know I haven't stepped on these yet, but what's just happened is that one of my... Oh, it's all sticky on there now. How do I get that off? A white spirit. That's one of Mark Bowles' favourite items, isn't it? White spirit. Has anyone experienced a fight on a plane? And I hope none of you have been involved in any of it either. I will tell Father Danny of you. Let's see this one here. Phil from Devon. I've not watched Eurovision properly since Wogan days. Oh, he was so much better. He was so good, weren't he? I miss Terry Wogan. My mum loved him. What a great entertainer. He was so cutting with his comments. We loved him, Terry Wogan. Showing my age now, Chris. No, because I'm the same as well. It's all a load of nonsense now. What's your favourite ABBA song to play, Chris? Mine's Eagle, Phil from Devon. If It Wasn't for the Nights, or That's Me. If it wasn't for the nights, if it wasn't for the nights we spent together. And then it goes that instrumental bit. Da 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 da. Da, 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 da. So If It Wasn't for the Nights. And that's quite a long song. That's over 5 minutes long, that one. That'd be my favourite one. And there's another song on an album, on the Arrival album, called That's Me. I quite like that one as well. Dun 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 bum 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 ba. Those two. Yeah. Thank you, Phil. I must go to the ABBA show again soon. I haven't been this year. Yeah, we'll get a little group together and go there. Zoe says, I feel for your friend, Uncle Chris. I also suffer from fibromyalgia too. So awful. Yeah, a lot of people do, don't they? Our priest does. Big G, thank you, dear. No problem for mentioning. Thank you for mentioning my radio show. He's saying, I've never been known for having a small packet. No, I don't bring me a small packet. I'll have the £1.25 bag, please. Look forward to seeing you Friday. And don't make a big thing of it. You know, presenting it in front. Look what I've bought, Chris. Just give it to me quietly, dear. Eh? Jason Sun's with us. Hello, Jason. Welcome along to the show. Better late than never, Jason. Have you been busy, love? Gary Ross, sounds like you are toning up at the gym. Oh, come on. No, I'm not. Why would that start happening now? 3 years after I've been going. Because it hasn't happened until now. Or the swimming. Mind you, I do more lengths now. I do 80 now. Don't get me wrong. It's not a normal size pool. It's a hotel pool. So much, probably in a normal pool, 45 to 50 lengths, I would imagine. Maybe 60. It's much smaller than a normal pool, like a council run pool or something like that. But yeah, I do 80 lengths in there. Gary Ross reckons I'm toning up, even building muscle with exercising can put weight on, but you're looking more trim. Gary, you are naughty, Gary. Don't tell your missus. You're not going to jump on my boat, are you? It happens. It happens. Honestly, it does. You'd be surprised who comes over to the more colourful side of life. Oh, I love it. Mike T, hello from Kirsty. She's just arrived home from work. Hello, Kirsty. Welcome to the show. Welcoming back to Lincolnshire. Thank you, Mike. Lynn from London, you do look like if you lost weight, Chris. Don't forget muscle will weigh more than fat. So your weight may not have changed, but maybe your muscle mass has. I don't know what's doing that. Yeah. Kevin in Edgeworth. Hi, Chris. I'll message you. I've just finished work. I'm on my way home now to relax since you're in the morning. Yes, radio show tomorrow, boys and girls. Have you heard about my radio show? Oh, I love it. We're on every morning, Monday to Friday, between 9 and 10 o'clock. There we are. There we go. 9 till 10 o'clock every morning. Go to reachonair.com and you can listen there. If you want to watch the show, it's a bit similar to this, but with music, okay? A lot less chat. And if you download an app called Twitch, Twitch, download that free of charge and then search for me on there. My username is Chris Reardon UK and you can watch the show. There is also a chat box similar to the YouTube chat box. I'm not in that one either, okay? But people talk to each other in there. And if you go on there and say hi, probably people will say hi to you back, all right? I'll leave that up there for a little while and you can see the next show starts tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock in the morning. I'll leave that up there for a little while, okay, just in case you want to write down that info there. Jason Sonny's cooked dinner for his landlords today as they treated me a few weeks ago. Hope you're doing well. Thank you, Jason. Oh, that's nice. Oh, you've got a good landlords, haven't you? They cook your dinner? Good God. Roy, is that something you want to do for your tenants at all? Rack 'em up, Roy. Rack 'em up, mate. Tara's there. Hello to Tara in Melbourne, Australia, who says, of course, I was hoping for Australian Delta Goodrum to win. Very proud she came forth. I found out, actually, Tara. All right, have you written that down there? And put the camera back. All right, there you go. I discovered last night, someone said if Australia won, you wouldn't host it. It would have to be given to someone else as like a co-host. And I believe the reason was for the show to go at 8 o'clock, you'd have to be doing it at like 3 o'clock in the morning or something like that. I don't know how true that is, but if you won the contest, you wouldn't be able to host it. And I think that's an enormous shame because, I mean, I've been outside the Sydney Opera House. I don't actually know how big it is in there. Maybe it's not big enough to hold a Eurovision Song Contest because it is a very, very big event now. However, maybe they could have done something outside, dare I say, with the Sydney Opera House in the background. I mean, what a view that would be. You know, having that in front of us, wouldn't it, eh? Austin, apparently the sound is much better now. I thought my hearing aids were failing. Oh, dear. Carl, remember Eurovision with Terry Wogan? Oh, yeah. Yeah, it was good. He was very, very funny, wasn't he, old Terry Wogan? Right, what's the time? It's coming. Gosh, it's 11 minutes to 8. I feel like I haven't shut up. Funny that, isn't it? We're going to play a game now. Let's play a game, right? We like to have a game. Let's do a true or false. I've got one of Roy's jingles here. Mind you, I don't know if Roy is still with us at the moment. He may well be cooking dinner for all his tenants. After I mentioned that, is that something you're going to do, Roy? Cook dinner for your tenants? Right, hang on. Where are we now? Let me push that button there. No, not that one. That one there. Right, let's play a game of true or false. Here we go, gang.
True or false? 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 Yeah! Send your answer in to Chris. Only on the Chris Reardon Show.
And thank you for my jingle there, Roy. So tonight's true or false question. New York is named after the Duke of York. Don't look it up. See if you can work out the answer, okay? Or have a guess or something like that, okay? New York is named after the Duke of York. Is that true or is it false?
True or false? True or false? True or false? True or false? True or false? Yeah! Send your answer in to Chris. Only on the Chris Ridden Show.
Okay, right. To get your answer in, you need to do that by one of these two methods. Either send it in by text message, and my text message up there, along with all your other messages, is 07451 287 337. 07451 287 337. Or you can email your answer in, chris@chrisreardon.co.uk. chris@chrisreardon.co.uk. And we'll do the answers fairly quickly, all right? Once again, today's question for true or false. New York is named after the Duke of York. Is that true or is that false? Get your answer in. Go and text it in on 07451 287 337. Just put true or false, all right? 07451 287 337. Or you can email your answer in, chris@chrisreardon.co.uk. chris@chrisreardon.co.uk. Here come your answers.
True or false? 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 Yeah! Send your answer in to Chris. Only on the Chris Ridden Show.
I'm very pleased to tell you Alison's messages are now coming straight into my inbox and not spam. Alison reckons that is false. Thank you, Alison. Mr. Carl Shaw, he reckons it's true. Thank you, Carl. Mark Bowles, he says it's true. Have you flown many places around the world, Mark? Many places around the world, Mark, have you? Where are we going on holiday, Mark? Perhaps a wedding in Italy, something like that? I could ask the Pope. He might even do it for us, you know. Thank you, Mark. Mark reckons it's true. Mike Rees-Ponto reckons it's true. Roy says it's false. Stuff the tenants. Oh, I thought you'd be going around there to cook them dinner. Rack 'em up, Roy. Rack 'em up. It's only been once this year. Time for another racking, dear. Thank you. Big G, he reckons it's false. Jason's son reckons it's true. Lovely Jet in Canterbury thinks it's true. Thank you there. Mike T reckons it is false. Patricia in Manchester, she says true. Phil from Devon, he reckons it's false. Zoe reckons it's false. Hope you cheer up a bit soon, Zoe, my love. Bosch Washer, hello to you. Very quiet today. Hello, Bosch Washer. He reckons true as well. Is that everyone? Hang on, let me see. Let's do a quick refresh. Oh, where's Maureen tonight? We've got no Maureen tonight, have we? She's usually here. She'll be watching this on the catch-up anyway, probably. She always watches it on the catch-up. That's everyone, I think, from what I see. Oh, dope, boys and girls, let's see how right you've been about that, or maybe not. New York is named after the Duke of York. Is that true or false? It is true. It's true. Look at this. New Amsterdam's name was changed to New York in his honour. There you go. So it's true. Everyone who put true is correct tonight. Congratulations and jubilations. I want the world to know I'm happy as could be. See, I would be singing that if Mark Bowles had taken me out on the date last night somewhere. Oh, well, never mind. Okay, so that's that. 6 minutes to 8. Want to do this one with you. We tried to do this and then lines are closed still if you thought you were going to call in. Too late, dear. Too late. Right. Let me ask you this. As not parents, okay, so you're not the parents of a child. Maybe you're an uncle or an auntie or a grandparent or even just a friend. So as not their parents of a child, has a child ever whispered something in your ear and then said, "Don't tell mummy or daddy"? What did they say? What did they say? All right, once again, as not their parents, has a small child ever whispered something in your ear and then they said, don't tell mummy or daddy? What did they say to you? Me and my sister, we had a wonderful Nanny Hayes. And she would often be there and shove a pound, or I don't know if it was a pound, maybe 10 pence, into our little paws. There you go, take that. Don't tell your mother. She was always giving us money like that. But I mention this because last time I was at my sister's, Frank was there. Frank is my younger nephew's little boy. He's 4 years old and he's growing up really nicely. And we just made the video which you saw on Thursday of the stacking chairs game. Right. So we finished that. Then we went into the living room and we're sitting there watching something on the telly. I can't remember what it was. And he came over and sat next to me. You're right. Yeah. And I'm flicking on the phone. You know how it is. And he said, can I take some pictures? I said, yeah, go on then. So I gave him my phone and opened the camera for him. And he picked up the phone and started taking pictures of everyone around the room. And he brought it back to me. All right, thanks, Frank. And then he said to me, Uncle Chris. Uncle Chris. I said, yeah, what? Can you buy me a truck? A truck? What truck? I'll show you it on Amazon. How does he know about Amazon? Okay. So we got up the Amazon on my phone. I said, what's it called? And I can't remember if he actually typed it in for me. What sort of truck is it? And I think, so we got this there's this truck. That's the one there. You sure it's that one? Yeah, okay. Right. 35 quid. Oh, yeah, okay then. And then he said, okay, I'll get that for you. He said, can you buy me 2 trucks? I said, no, you can only have one. Okay. Right, I've ordered that for you, okay? Okay, Uncle Chris. When are you coming back up again? I said, oh, it's about 2 weeks. Oh, how many sleeps is that? Bless. How many sleeps is that? I said, oh, I think 11 sleeps. Okay. Don't tell mummy or daddy. Okay. I love it. So I've actually got that in my car. I don't think he's going to be up when I get round there a little bit later on, but that's what I saw. I've got him his truck. What a cheek. Can you buy me a truck? Don't tell mummy or daddy. And then later on, he must have told him. Because I think he'd gone to bed, and my nephew Jimmy, he come up, he said, "Here, have you just bought Jimmy a truck?" I said, yeah, why? Why? Well, because he asked for one. I thought it was hilarious. Absolutely hilarious. Anyway, so he got a truck. Have you ever been whispered anything like that? Mark Bowles says, I've been to Florida, Cyprus, Tenerife, Portugal, Germany, Spain, Greece, France and Italy. Like he's been all over as well. I like France. Oh, Shania's late answer there for Shania. False. Sorry, Shania, I didn't see that, my love. All right. Thank you. Roy says, on the subject of his tenants, they're not getting a dinner, but they might get sweeties from the sweetie jar. I think that's the conversation we're having there. Thank you, Roy. Lynn in London. Blimey, why has that only just come in true? So, Lynn in London, you were right, love. Thank you. Joe in Weymouth. I'm probably the exception to the rule. I'm 80 years old and used to love car mechanics, tinkering with the engine of our Morris Minor. Oh, was it wooden? Like, wood effect type thing, Morris Minor, was it? I wonder, my love. Was it? They were lovely, those. All the wooden dashboards and all that going on there, weren't it, there? I love it. Tinkering with the engine of our Morris Minor. Loved watching Martin on Retro Restore. doing up the old car. I also used to belong to a ladies' darts team. Made it to the finals in London. Love the show. Keep smiling. Thank you very much, Joe in Weymouth there. Bosch Washer. When I was a baby, my mum and dad bought fish and chips. I was in the pram, only 2 months old. My wee went into the air and landed on the fish and chips. Didn't you have nappies? I'm going to stick with the vinegar. I'm sorry. I'm going to stick with the vinegar, I'm afraid. Paul Adamson just joining us there. He's just had a birthday, haven't you, Paul? He's in Liverpool, so happy birthday. He's just got the big 60 there. It's not so bad, is it, eh? It's not so bad, is it? Austin. Austin's... Blimey, all these messages are coming in so late. False, it was called New Amsterdam. There you go. Thank you, Austin. Tara, I think you look really nice and another shirt I like. Thanks. Oh, it's a Ralph Lauren one. This comes from Florida. Mark, we could go to Florida with your little boy. The Disney. Oh, that would be fab. That would be fab. Listen, if you ever go to Disney, okay, it's all right going on your own. It's all right going with a friend. But if you go with someone young, like 6 to sort of 14, if you go with someone of that age, it's just a whole different thing, because you start seeing Disney through the eyes of that child, and it's even better. So there you go, Mark. That's it. That's our holiday. Have you got a date, love? I've got my calendar. Let us know. I'll hang around on the computer for a little while so that you can work out a date that we're all going to Florida. Thank you very much. Don't you worry. I'll send you down a drink from the nice seats at the front. Tara says she does like tartan a lot. I think you may be toning up with the swimming muscle. Muscle weighs more than fat. A lot of you saying that. I'm a little bit concerned, actually, that I'm losing weight. But that is not what the scales say. They don't say that I'm losing weight at all. The scales do not say I'm losing weight. So, you know. Lynn in London, my grandson has done that. Whispered. He has been told off and was sad. Oh, what, for asking for something? No, I don't think Frank would have been sad. Jimmy's a great dad. He dots over that little boy of his. Is it dots or dotes? One of those words, I think. So many different words. Anyway, time to go. Thank you very much for joining us on the show today. There are 2 videos already made for you. One's on Tuesday, one's on Thursday, and they both will be featuring London Zoo and my very, very good friend Posh Tweet Cars. That's on Tuesday and Thursday on this channel at 6 o'clock. Another one of these for you next Sunday at the same time, 6 o'clock on Sunday night. If you head over now to the Butler's Empire channel here on YouTube, you can now watch my sister and brother-in-law doing their latest show. And they have a chat box different from me. They are actually in the chat box and will reply to anything that you ask them. Okay? Thanks for watching. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday night, and I'll see you again very soon. Bye-bye now.